Good afternoon, traders. This is Tuesday, 9:28. I'm getting on this at this point of the day because I really wanted to take advantage of really showing you a wonderful example of how to really take advantage of the moving averages and what they're telling you, and especially what's turning out to be a pretty. Let's see if I can get a hold of these. I'm actually going to try and take this long. And the reason I'm giving it a shot is we're sitting near the 100, which is right here. This is a big deal right now. I'm going to put this on and I'm going to just, this is a cautionary trade, but I think, and I'm just going to run a new low stop because I don't want to play with it because the market's just been getting torched. Um, and that's the only reason I'm even considering the reversal long down here is because of where we're at. And I'll show you some of the other charts so you can see as well. Though, even though I think the Dow, this is a double bottom, so to speak, right here. This is why we're getting this kind of bounce. I still think the Dow can roll over and go back down to 34,000 and probably blow out this. Let me take some off while I'm sitting in here because you don't want to look the gift horse. So I'm going to scale oddities just for the sake of the room and see if I can get lucky while I'm doing this. I want to call it lucky. It's just taking advantage of what the market's giving me. And what I'll do right now with the balance is I'm going to protect it and I'm going to just put it in at around this price, and that's that. And I'll let this play, and you can see. All right, so you can see even as I'm doing this live, it's once again it begins to uh, pretty much emphasize what I continue to teach about taking advantage and oops, taking advantage of. So now I'm 101. I took in profit on two tiers of the trade. This is a red to blue. It's a powerful signal in this platform, let alone the smackdown we're having. It's just the market's going to keep bouncing off these significant locations, but you have to be smart. I mean, we're in a downtrend, and you have to respect that. So you got to take what you can. Now, this could be an opportunity to get out of these. I'm going to just let it play out because I want to really kind of discuss what happened today in further details. So I'm going to let this go. In fact, another double bottom trade might come out of this if this thing comes down and double bottoms right here again near this 100 MA. But it's this move down was what I was. This is just a follow through. I mean, this really right here when we rolled a week ago, I felt this market was really ready to start kicking back and maybe pushing towards a possible bear trend, and we held 100. And it's interesting, and I'm going to explain this to you because we bottomed out, and it's always you're always going to get profit taking, and you're going to get relief rallies. That always comes into play because they take advantage of the sell-offs for value opportunities to play those longs. But these are also opportunities for them to take advantage of these run-ups to get out because I didn't think I never believed the market was really that as strong. This is a classic case of completely abusing that and pushing it to their agenda. And the interesting part is they did this all before the FOMC meeting because they leaned on the fact that the Fed might, if they do nothing, it bodes well for stock in general, but does it change the overall picture of the market? And there's still concerns out there. So it's once again, it's a classic case of the market extending itself. And and that's exactly what happened here. And they got to the MAs. I mean, you can look at all these markets. Look at this. The Nasdaq came up, tapped this trend line, which I made last week off of just these two tops. And look how that came into play right at the peak of all their MAs. And I'm like, once again, what are we doing up here? Yet you can see the Dow got way ahead of itself. I mean, man, they almost got back up to 35,000. I mean, like the sell-off meant nothing. And I just think this reconfirms what we originally went down on. But all it does is it allows the big players to get out at to reverse positions at great locations. And that's how the institutions play this. And this is how you have to be a smart trader and take advantage of it and trade with them. So, this thing's going to roll. Like I said, I still think the Dow can push 34,000. By this day is a downtrend day. I'm going to show you one last thing before I take off because this is a really busy session. So I want you to see this as well. I'm going to open this chart up and let's see how fast I can get. I want to show you the opening. Okay, perfect. So here it is. I think, yeah, here's 8:30. So I want you to look at this. This is a high. Wait, I'll bring this down to help you. Look at this. Oh, that's the Dow chart. Where's my? Oh, I have another chart. What? Let's disregard because this is just the Dow chart. It'll all fall in line, but I'm gonna move this out of the way for a second because I needed to show you the yes. It's the same thing. It's just a 15-minute chart. This high right here is the fifth. This is the right up in here. 4409 is was last night at least early was your 50 MA. And I talked about how important that 50 MA was last week and how it's going to be a significant number to pay attention if and when we get to it. Now, they got above it and they try to run away from it, which really shocked me. And here we are. They took it down overnight. And then right in the bell, they ran them up one time right into it, right into that 50 MA, and it failed. And the rest was a trend day down. Look at this. Every one of these lower pivots are short opportunities. And it's how you take advantage of the downtrending days. You broke the camel's back right here by not being able to get over this MA. And now it's just on we go. And to finalize all of this is I want you to look at this 15-minute chart because I talked to you about this when we broke away last week. I said right here, this is your gap, 50 to 40, which is I think where we're sitting right now, if I'm not mistaken. And we eventually filled it, but look at how we ran away from it. And I always talk about gaps get filled. They might not get filled one day, 2 days, especially the way they ran away from this. And this was the FOMC where they jumped out at some more and then just rammed it like nobody's business. Rates are low, money's cheap. They're going to take advantage of it and they're going to buy it up. But they're buying it up with a purpose, and the purpose is for them to bail out for the next leg, for the next big move, which is today. And we're going to want to really pay attention to how price handles this 100 because, like I said, there's plenty below, and we're only on Tuesday right now. So, maybe this market is due for the 10% and more. I don't know. I thought this was going to be the case right here, but they stopped like a dime. Everybody rallied into the FOMC, and look where we're at. We're right back at it. And this is how you take advantage of extreme prices. It just gets so pushed out of whack, and it gets everybody on board in the wrong way. And you got to be a smart trader and pay attention to locations because they tell you everything, everything. So, whoa, whoa, whoa. Order canceled. Oh, I totally forgot about that stop order I put in. All right, well, I got it. And I'm going to let this play out and see if we get a double bottom out of here. I'll consider it a long. Um, it's important when I trade that I get confirmation from the Dow as well. So I'm looking for these things to pattern out the same way. And they're trying again. Right here, the Dow is trying. It's a tough call right here. I don't want to get too aggressive down here. I think this market's in trouble. So I want to be patient. And I'm going to let this play. I'm going to see how this plays out, guys. This is going to be the same entry as before. And I'm only going to take this small. I'm not going to leverage down here because this is just a deep downtrending day. And I don't feel like getting crushed. So especially if I'm going to take counter trends against this downtrend, you know, I mean, this is the same thing I do when I'm trading shorts against a counter trend shorts against a bull market, like I have been for the last 5 6 months. And this thing's about to kick in,
Order submitted.
and this is not as strong a signal. This is just a double bottom. It could
Order
take
submitted.
off. And once again, I'm just going to let this, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm not looking too great with this one. You can see price is not accelerating. Its momentum's flat. And I'm going to just get stop. I'm going to take the stop
Order
and
filled.
get out of this one. That's what being too aggressive. So, I'm doing this live. I want you to see. You're not always going to, I'm a little more aggressive. I tend to take greater risk with my trades. I convinced myself that this was a double bottom. The Dow was taking off, and I was way too aggressive. I didn't have a legitimate signal, and that's on me. So I took the two handle loss, and on we go. But it's been a good day. I took the short early this morning up here. This is a classic. Not only is this, and this is a tough trade to take because you could see your levels are really tight because of the tight range that we had yesterday. And this is S3, which is normally your outer range. This is like the furthest extent normally when you have a trading range. But since these numbers are so tight, they're relevant, but you could just see they're when they're more spread out, there's a little better chance of these levels holding up and taking advantage of a counter trend trade. But just the fact that we close under the 50 and to roll down from there right at S3, that was the opportunity to get short. I missed the original. I think I got in. I can't remember where I got in, but it was a really solid trade because it just kept going. Anything above 4,400, and it was a huge winner because it really accelerated. It didn't find any bottom until about 70, and once we got down to here, you begin to say to yourself, what are the chances of this? And this is the 100 right here, guys. All right, we are at the 100 right down here, so I want to see how we play off of this level. Where's the Dow? The Dow's trying to bounce. All right. I'm going to let this play out. I wanted to show you this live, guys. I want you to see what's been happening. I've been off for a couple days. And you know what? Once again, we're going to get some great volatility. This is why I'm on. I'm trying to provide some opportunities for you guys. Listen, it's busy. I'll get back to you guys later.